Welcomes to Kings High School for your varsity match between Kings High School and Edgewood High School. This is Corey Pieper. I'll be doing the commentating with you guys tonight. Glad to have you here. If you're joining us from the JV game, it looks like Edgewood is fielding one of their JV players, number 11. The rest are sitting on the bench ready to go, though I believe number 1 also might be the libero for tonight for Edgewood, so he might be coming in as well. Our starters for Kings tonight are Drew Loudermilk, Lincoln Mann, Grady McKelvey, Colby Goldstein, Braden Bennett, and it looks like Owen Harrison. Drew Loudermilk to serve. Nice ball in the middle. Goes right to the middle. And a great one ball right to the corner there. That's a heck of a swing there. Heck of a start for Edgewood. It's a very fast ball. Almost less of a 1 and almost more of a 0 on that point. Number 6 to serve. Going for a jump serve. Down ball right into the middle. Good pass. Drew gets a nice setup. Good swing over by number 25 there. Zach Hoying. I misspoke on our starting lineup there. Zach Hoying to swing. Nice deep ball. 11 is not able to handle it as it goes over. Yes, it is. Not Colby Goldstein and Zach Hoying there. Zach to serve. Deep floats. Ball's kept alive. Good setup. Aggressive swing by number 17, but buries right into the net. Excellent pass. A little high there on the 32 attempt, but number 20 just stayed up big, stayed up high, kept it over. Tip, very aggressive tip. Kings is not able to handle it. 2-2. Great serve, better reception. Not a bad run, but a little far off the net. So 22 Braden Bennett was not able to really handle that ball, or didn't think that that ball was going to someone else, and nobody was there to back him up. Deep serve off the chest of Owen. That might have been a lift, but it kept it going. Aggressive net play, and it pulls the number 15 into the net. And that is King's ball. Braden's a little confused what's going on. Braden back to serve. Number 2, Ethan Grant is coming in for the middle there, and substitution for 22 Braden Bennett is coming in is Jack Hurst. Jack Hurst to serve. Nice flat ball. Right at the face of the libero, number 1 for Edgewood, and he is not able to handle it, and it gets aced. Having a hard flow. That ball might have been sailing out a little bit out if he didn't touch it. This time, right to the libero. Libero's right able to put it up. Off the hands a little weird, but going. And libero and the setter, Drew, takes the first ball. Nobody's there to take the second. That's what happens when the libero is usually off the court. Players are really not sure what to do because generally the second responsibility for the set after the setter takes it is the libero. Good pass by Zach. Going to the outside and good aggressive swing by Grady McKelvey. Straight down. Nice high ball. Nice high swing. Good movement there by Kings. Owen Harrison back to serve. Goes to the outside. And that is a net touch by Drew Loudermilk. Aggressive looks like he wanted that block, but he was slapping at the net rather than pushing over. Went a little high and then push. 2 in the serve receive. Lincoln keeps it alive. Sets it over to Grady, keeps it going. And Edgewood not able to keep it back alive. Grady back to serve. High ball into the middle. It's passed. Goes to the middle. Middle high tips it deep. Lincoln's able to handle it. Goes back out to Zach. Zach, deep ball. Goes back to the opposite. Tip over. Lincoln's there. Tries to go to the middle. Middle has to tip it far and deep there. Block is falling a little bit as that goes, but it's a great dig by Lincoln. Zach goes deep corner and hits it in. Right on the back line. Good couple ups there by Lincoln there. Grady back to serve. Shortish ball. It's passed. It goes to the outside and sneaks under and around the block. Just a little bit. Zach there was trying to dig the ball, but wasn't close enough to get there. 6 serving 7. Deep ball. Lincoln lets it go, but kept alive by Grady. Right into the middle, though. Tip ball right in the donut by Ethan Grant. Nice roll right into the middle of Edgewood. Unsure who was going to take that ball. A little bit of confusion there for Edgewood, who should be in and where. Lincoln to serve. Serves deep, off the fingers. Free ball over for Edgewood, but nobody's there talking, and there's not an aggression enough to keep that ball over. Not a lot of talking, not a lot of looking who's at each other for who that ball is going to. Lincoln to serve again. Goes wide, keeps it going. It's over ball. And it's blocked back over by Zach Hoying. Though a little precarious by Zach. He almost was under that net. He was saved only by a few inches there on his foot. Lincoln to serve again. Ethan Grant up. No, sorry, not Ethan Grant. That's Braden Bennett now. There to deflect the ball back over. 11 serving 6. Another close high ball. And this time, a combination of Zach and Braden is putting that ball over. And Edgewood has no solution other than to call a timeout. 12 serving 6.
Want a free t-shirt? Hit like and subscribe to our channel right now for your chance to win. We're giving away t-shirts to random subscribers. Don't miss out. Subscribe now and you could be our next winner.
eDriven.com. Want to reach more customers? Advertise your business during our live sports streams. Connect with your local community and boost your brand. Email us today at reachmorecustomers@eDriven.
Goes in the middle. Aggressive swing by the outside, kept alive. Libero kind of sets it over, but they're able to handle it again. Tip over again by number 4, Drew. And it looks like they're not able to handle it this time. Opposite is not able to tip it back over. A couple good defensive plays by Owen Harrison there. Lincoln is still serving at 13 serving 6. And soft block by combination of Braden and Drew up there. Kings definitely has a lot more confidence since the last time I was here. Middle of the court by aggressive swing, but aggressive swing in the net. Edgewood doesn't seem to have an answer at this moment of what to do. Lincoln to serve, tips off the net, trickles over, and it falls right in front of number 11 for Edgewood. A serve. Deep ball this time. A little bit of talking confusion and uncertainty by number 6 and number 8. 6 is letting go. 8 pass it, and it was an ace, and they're not able to handle it. Lincoln still back to serve. Nice serving run. Going deep, good float. Nice high ball. And 17 finally finds the answer. Going off the block of Braden, looks like. Zach Hoying was there, but it just goes past him. Number 8 to serve. 7 serving 17. Real far off back here. Ball to Lincoln, going over the net, but dangerous play there by Owen Harrison. It's really, really not what you want to see ever. Kind of want to make sure you stay on your side. Definitely plant and go forward enough, but you don't ever want to go on. That is like a big rule number 1. No. Tight ball again. Owen has nothing to do but try to tip it over, and block is there to stop him again. So it's 2 tight passes from Kings. Let's see if they will try to pull off a little bit this time. Lincoln, low ball, but off the net. Goes over to Drew Loudermilk, keeps it going, and it goes to the middle. Basically 0 ball, tempo ball. Braden down ball to keep it in, but Gus keeps it outside. Coach of Kings, Matt McLaughlin, not happy about that. I agree with him. That ball has to stay alive. It's too easy not to. Ball to Lincoln, perfect pass. Slow ball to Braden. Braden has to tip it over. Goes back to setter. Goes to the opposite. Braden's a little late, but keeps the ball alive. Goes to Drew. A little bit of confusion between Owen and Drew. Keeps the ball going. Free ball pass. The ball goes to Braden. Braden deep corner ball and just drops into the court there. Drew Loudermilk now to serve. Right into the middle of the court. A little high. Goes that 0. Braden's there. Stop it. And Lincoln gets absolutely nailed in the face by 17. Comes right back up, shaking his head a little bit. Probably felt a little bit of a ring on that, but hey, he's pushing through it. Though his teammate, Owen Harrison, has to point him to where he is supposed to be standing on the court. So we'll see how it affects him this next point. 11 serving 18. High roll jump serve. 3 sets. Zach Hoying attack. Nice, easy down ball through the corner. Hit it where they're not. Real simple, real easy. Not all points have to be a hard-driven hit. Sometimes you just got to put them in. Got to put them where they're not. Zach back to serve. Decent pass. Again, 0 tempo ball. Tips it over this time. Setter goes out. Libero has to tip it over. High swing on that middle. And Drew Loudermilk not able to handle the ball. Yeah, that 20 for Edgewood definitely can jump. He's definitely reaching high, too. And it's impressive that they're running that quick of a tempo with him, too. Closer, nice and tight. Lincoln able to keep it going. Owen just keeps it alive, rolls it over. Chucks up high on the outside. 11 goes swing and goes underneath Braden and Owen. It's a good block setup. They just need to press over on that, and they put it over. They're a little too far off the net there. Float serve. This time to Grady. Grady has to shank it. Keeps it alive by Owen. Lincoln does not keep it alive now. Tries to go aggressive deep corner, but just sends it real high and real far out. 14 serving 19. Deep ball goes to Grady. Grady a little far off, and Drew tries to do something crazy with a back jump set, but it just slips out of his hands, and Kings lose the point.
eDrivenscore.com. That's reach more customers at eDrivenscore.com. Want to reach more customers? Advertise your business during our live sports streams. Connect with your local community and boost your brand. Email us today at reachmorecustomers@eDrivenscore.com. That's reachmorecustomers@eDrivenscore.com.
"17 back to serve for Edgewood, 15 serving 19. Float serve, right to the libero Lincoln. Pushes outside, gets blocked though. Grady gets blocked on there by Edgewood. Strong double block there for Edgewood, protecting Grady. 16 serving 19. Lincoln high pass in the middle of the court there. Tries to set the middle, but chucks it real low and real tight, and that's just not a good decision there. He's trying to do something different, it looks like, but that's just a force. That is not a smart decision. If anything, he should probably go back to his opposite there and setting counterpoint. Oh, wait. On that ball. Lincoln there trying to pretend to be Keanu Reeves. Saved by his bench, it sounds like, with the out call. Barely misses his face, and the ball is out. Jack Hurst coming back in for Burton to serve. Game's a lot tighter now, 2017, when they were up 17-7. But that is a shank ball by number 6 of Edgewood. Ace serve for Jack. Second serve for Jack. Deeper float this time. See by the libero. Tight ball. And King's not down and ready for the tip. Kind of just waiting and watching and trying to react to it, but you got to be ready to move. Jack subs back out. And libero comes back in. Float serve right to Lincoln. Great pass, goes outside to Grady. Grady gets it off the tape, but goes to Ethan Grant, but Ethan freaks out a little bit and sends it across the net out of bounds. Got to cover your hitters. Got to be ready for it. 20 to serve. Serves to Owen Harrison. Owen, in between deciding if he was going to take that with his hands and platforms, decides for the third worst option, which is trying to do both, and gets aced. 20 serving 21. Owen back there, this time passes, keeps it high. Grady has to tip it over. And tight ball. Someone's in the net. Looks like number 20, Owen Harrison, touches the net there. Gives back the ball to Edgewood. Edgewood now ties it back up, 21-21. Short ball goes back to Owen. Owen shanks a pass. Goes to Lincoln. Ball keeps live. Has to go over by Drew. And the middle gets the kill on through Edgewood. And Edgewood now takes the lead. Kings is probably a little bit in their head a little bit right now, given that they've lost a 10-point lead. Short ball. Lincoln takes. A little low. Goes to Owen. Owen keeps it going. Tight ball. And it's attempted to free ball over with the platform going forward, but it goes backwards. And Kings makes a break. Substitution here now. 10 in for 20. 10 was also another one of those players on the JV who is now seeing his varsity play. Owen to serve. Deep ball to the new player. But it goes to the outside, and it's deep, goes deep, and Zach is not able to handle it. Quick ball to the setter, and it just goes down. Short ball into the net. This late in the game, that is never anything good. You should never generally miss your float serves, but last 5 points should not be missing serves. A little bit of a waffle from Grady, but keeps it alive. Tip, but as our setter again, Drew, being a little too aggressive and slapping at the net. Giving themselves an air, and now it is set point for Edgewood. Short ball. Lincoln is not able to handle, and it goes to the bottom of the net, and Kings lose the first set, 25-23. That's got to be a little frustrating for the guys, but let's see if they come back and revitalize.
Whether it's your wedding date or anniversary, wear it close to your heart and show the world your love. Matching never felt so meaningful. Our cozy hoodies and sweatshirts are perfect for couples who want to cherish their special moments together. Personalize yours today and make that date unforgettable. Visit almosttwins.com and create your love story in style. Almosttwins.com is where every date becomes a statement.
Contracts, flashy endorsements, and the glitz of professional sports, there exists a hidden realm where the game is played not for fame or fortune, but for pure passion. Welcome to the underground football scene. Here, there are no stadiums filled with thousands of cheering fans, no TV contracts, and no lucrative shoe deals. Just men, united by a love for the game. These are the Cincinnati Dukes, a semi-pro football team that embodies the spirit of resilience and brotherhood. Every practice, every tackle, every touchdown tells a story of sacrifice and dedication. In this arena, the stakes are not measured in dollars, but in heart and soul. It's about representing your community, forging lifelong friendships, and keeping the love of football alive against all odds. Join us as we explore the journey of the Cincinnati Dukes, a testament to the unwavering spirit of those who play for the love of the game.
Want to reach more customers? Advertise your business during our live sports streams. Connect with your local community and boost your brand. Email us today at reachmorecustomers@eDrivenScore.com. That's reachmorecustomers@eDrivenScore.com.
Want a free t-shirt? Hit like and subscribe to our channel right now for your chance to win. We're giving away t-shirts to random subscribers. Don't miss out. Subscribe now and you could be our next winner.
Want to reach more customers? Advertise your business during our live sports streams. Connect with your local community and boost your brand. Email us today at reachmorecustomers@eDrivenScore.com. That's reachmorecustomers@eDrivenScore.com.
And welcome back. This is the start of set 2 for Kings versus Edgewood. Let's see what kind of change Kings is able to make. They seemed to kind of coast there at the end with that large lead. They seemed to very confident that they were going to finish the game there on top. Yeah. Oh, that was great. Huh? I have no issues. And here we go. Lincoln, good reception there. Goes to Braden. Braden, a little bit wild on the swing. Kind of overran it a little bit there. Going a little too far underneath, and it has to swing up and down. Jump serve again by number 6. The ball passed by Grady. Owen, low ball to Zach. Zach is able to handle it, though, but is blocked by the setter of Edgewood. Lincoln was there to attempt to save the ball, but so it's through his hands. Jump serve again. Goes to Lincoln. Kind of confusion in front of him. Zach has to keep it going. Tip. Lincoln one-handed. Keeps it going, nice and high ball, but slow set to Zach. Zach is able to keep it going, tips it over. A little bit of tussle over the net, but Zach gets pushed back. Short ball, Grady goes for it. A little too far off. A little bit of confusion there of who was supposed to take that ball. Grady should not be coming from the middle back there. It really should be Drew Loudermilk, the opposite, taking that ball to put that ball up high. Grady takes that first ball. Tip over by Drew. Goes to the middle. Quick ball, one ball, and straight down. So far, that middle, number 20 for Edgewood, has gotten a kill on every single one of his swings, I think except for one where he did get blocked. 4-0. Short ball again, Lincoln. Decent pass. Goes to Drew. Drew gets touch on the block and goes out. King's finally able to make a break point here as Drew goes back to serve. Float serve right into the little high, a little into the middle of the court. Goes to the outside. 17 absolutely puts the hammer down on that ball. With barely a block and a half there to really be up there. He just had a free net. Kings defense didn't even move. Deep ball by 17, though. Got a little too excited there that he got that kill. Zach Hoying back to serve. Nice flat float. It's easily taken care of. Braden, though, with the late block there, is able to handle that back over. Real delayed block there. Worked out for the better for him. Zach, nice flat float again. Tight ball. Has to tip it. Somehow manages to keep it, get it over to the other side. Drew, for some reason, tips it over on 2, and it goes to the middle, and it just goes down. Number 20 has hit the ball down 4 times, I think 4 or 5 times. All of them have been into zone 1. Let's see if Kings will make the adjustment. Drew has set the ball over on a free ball, goes back to the middle, and Braden is able to block it, but it looks like he touched the net on that. Yeah, I don't know if he thinks he touched that. He's shaking his head, looking like he's didn't touch it. I didn't think he really touched it. I thought the ball touched that there. Braden there touches that first ball, though. Lincoln keeps it alive, and a free ball's over. Goes the outside now. Outside absolutely crushes it again. Different outside, number 11, though, on this take. And Kings on their heels. Calls timeout at 8:30.
Want a free t-shirt? Hit like and subscribe to our channel right now for your chance to win. We're giving away t-shirts to random subscribers. Don't miss out. Subscribe now and you could be our next winner.
And we are back with 8 serving 3, Edgewood in the lead. Big hand number 20 back to serve. Floats it high and deep to Grady. Grady's able to handle it. Sets it to the middle, but middle is not there. It's a low ball anyway. It's tip over. Goes to the middle, back to Edgewood, and Braden is not able to block that ball. Tips off him, and it goes straight down. High ball again, high serve. Excellent pass by Lincoln. Goes to the outside, little low. Grady swings into the net. Kings definitely seems to have lost a little bit of that confidence that they had earlier. Grady, low ball off the pass. Goes to Braden. Braden is able to put a swing on it. A little bit out of system, but excellent set. And an even better swing by Edgewood. That is an excellent example of bettering the ball. First ball wasn't as good. Setter sets it up excellent for the hitter to just do their job. Lincoln caught a little high there on the serve. Has to be a free ball. Goes to the middle a little low. Brady is able to keep it a block, but it goes back over, and there's a little net playing back and forth. And just wide. Kings a little save there. Assistant coach Alex Voland talking to Lincoln there. Looks like he's probably giving him some advice to stay in his spot. Got sucked in a little bit, got off his line, but got spilled out. About a foot closer, and he would have been suckered there. Jack to serve. Ball goes free ball over. Jack pulls it way off, and Kings has the free ball. A missed opportunity there. Goes to the middle, and Ethan Grain is able to get a block touch on it, but it blocked out. Definitely not what you want to see there. Jack does his job, getting him out of system, but then doesn't do his second job, pass the ball. Drew is able to keep that ball alive, keeping it on their side of the court. Free ball over, tips over. Tip back over, Zach is able to keep that up. Drew pushes back out there to Grady. Grady puts a good swing, but it's good defense, and we get a double call. First one of the night. Owen back to serve. Dies a little bit down. Setter uses one hand to set that. Tips it into the block, and it stays on the side, but it pushes back over. And blocked out by Edgewood. Drew and Ethan are both up there ready to block, but they're not pressed over. To me, it looks like they're a little off the net, and they're not pressing. And that just gives Edgewood the easy time just to hit the block, and it just sails out. Floatser by number 11. Drew is not able to handle it. And ace serve. Number 11 doing the hot hand right now. Float serves in deep, goes right to the libero, keeps it up and alive. Goes to Drew Loudermilk, who swings it nice and hard, but it goes up the ceiling, and Edgewood is not able to handle it. Ball was going to be alive. Number 20 was chasing after it, but he kind of got stuck when that ceiling bounced it the wrong way. Grady back to serve. Middle of the court as well. Easy pass. High roll to Owen. Sets it high. Goes out to Zach, and Zach is just swings out by about a foot and a half. Not a bad spot. Just a little bit out. Hit that corner. You get that corner. Be perfect for it. Perfect swing for that corner. High floats. Grady. Goes to Owen. Owen keeps going. Going to the right side. Grady passes, but keeps high. Lincoln runs it down, but catches it a little bit high on his arms, and does not go the way he wants it to go. Looks like it got stuck on his elbow joint or bicep, and it just didn't move. Grady passes up. Owen just has to touch it, and Ethan kicks it on and shoved down the middle of the court by number 20. Clock not even up there on Kings, and Matt McLaughlin calls another timeout at 17, serving 6.
Want a free t-shirt? Hit like and subscribe to our channel right now for your chance to win. We're giving away t-shirts to random subscribers. Don't miss out. Subscribe now and you could be our next winner.
Want to reach more customers? Advertise your business during our live sports streams. Connect with your local community and boost your brand. Email us today at reachmorecustomers@eDrivenScore.com. That's reachmorecustomers@eDrivenScore.com.
Great for Edgewood, back to serve. Goes to Grady, good pass by Grady. Goes to Ethan. In the middle, hits swing down on it. It's Doug. And into the net by Edgewood. Can't recall a single point right now that's been earned by Kings rather than just given by Edgewood. They need to have a little bit of that confidence that they had the first set where they were just putting balls away. Now, game's not over, as shown by last set. Kings now down 7-17. Let's see if they can make the comeback here. Lincoln deep serve. Setter keeps it just off the net. Free ball to Lincoln. Owen pushes out to Zach. Zach touches off the net. Lincoln's there. Zach keeps it going and keeps it onto the other side of the court. Pushes it in the middle, runs to 32. Owen keeps it up. Puts it over by Grady, saved by a combination of Grady and Lincoln. Into the middle, and Braden is there to get to the block on 20, but it's a tool on there. That's a good play by Kings. That's a good movement. Good hustle. Can't get every single swing, can't get every single block, can't get every single dig. Brady a little up serve, but Setter doesn't really yell for help there, and Zach's there wondering who's going to pass that ball or take that second ball, and he results in trying to do so. That's an ace serve by Kings. Take by Grady. Zach puts the ball back in. Right on the outside. And 17 for Edgewood hits into the net. Another point earned by Kings by being given it by Edgewood. Drew back to serve. A little bit of a pause right here. The scoreboard is not showing the proper score. It is currently showing 0-0. In fact, it is currently not 0-0. It is currently 19-8. 8 serving 19. Got one of the scores back up. But Drew serves, goes to the middle. Middle tips it off the goes off the block of Braden into Zach Hoying's face. Not much you can do there other than having your hands up just to be ready for it to go. Yep, looks like assistant coach Alex Voland is giving him that exact piece of advice. Jump serve off the tape, rolls off short in front of Grady. Grady's not able to handle it. 21 serving 8. Caught that ball a little bit on the way down and swings wide deep out of bounds. King to serve. Kings to serve. Zach Hoying. Zach Hoying into the middle of the net. .22 serving 9. Float serve this time short to Grady. Grady puts it up. Drew puts a great set up toward Grady, and they're able to put it away. I think it's the first earned point of the set here. Jack Hurst coming back in to serve for Braden. Ten serving 22. It also looks like 10 came in for 20 on Edgewood. Deep corner, perfect ball. Right in that corner for Jack Hurst. What you love to see out of your serving specialist. Now just 11 more of those. Deep ball. So libero received. There's the outside. Outside has to roll it. Drew Loudermilk's out of rotation, out of help, but doesn't call for the help. Jack has to keep the ball alive. And it is blocked, touched out of bounds by a combination of Ethan Grant and Owen Harrison. Close serve to Lincoln. Lincoln's there, and there's a miscommunication. Zach looked like he was going to possibly take that second ball on Drew Loudermilk. Just stares at it again, calling for it. Set point for Edgewood. And Edgewood sails the ball to the back wall. Number 15 on Edgewood, the setter, encouraged by his teammates to jump serve. Just went for it. You gotta. Up by that much? Absolutely. Good block by Kings. Keeps it on the Edgewood side. Roll there. And Zach is not able to handle the hits. And Kings goes down 25-12 in the second set.
Every love story is unique, and every date has a story. Celebrate your special day with custom hoodies and sweatshirts from almosttwins.com. Whether it's your wedding date or anniversary, wear it close to your heart and show the world your love. Matching never felt so meaningful. Our cozy hoodies and sweatshirts are perfect for couples who want to cherish their special moments together. Personalize yours today and make that date unforgettable. Visit almosttwins.com and create your love story in style. Almosttwins.com is where every date becomes a statement.
In a world dominated by million-dollar contracts, flashy endorsements, and the glitz of professional sports, there exists a hidden realm where the game is played not for fame or fortune, but for pure passion. Welcome to the underground football scene. Here, there are no stadiums filled with thousands of cheering fans, no TV contracts, and no lucrative shoe deals. Just men, united by a love for the game. These are the Cincinnati Dukes, a semi-pro football team that embodies the spirit of resilience and brotherhood. Every practice, every tackle, every touchdown tells a story of sacrifice and dedication. In this arena, the stakes are not measured in dollars, but in heart and soul. It's about representing your community, forging lifelong friendships, and keeping the love of football alive against all odds. Join us as we explore the journey of the Cincinnati Dukes, a testament to the unwavering spirit of those who play for the love of the game.
Want to reach more customers? Advertise your business during our live sports streams. Connect with your local community and boost your brand. Email us today at reachmorecustomers@eDrivenScore.com. That's reachmorecustomers@eDrivenScore.com.
Want a free t-shirt? Hit like and subscribe to our channel right now for your chance to win. We're giving away t-shirts to random subscribers. Don't miss out. Subscribe now and you could be our next winner.
Welcome back. Here's the start of set 3. Looks like there was one singular lineup change for Kings. Replacing Ethan Grant on the middle is going to be Cooper Wind. Other than that, lineups are all the same. Kings is there to serve. Drew Loudermilk, first serve. Let's see what Kings responds with. Being down 2-0. This pass. And Grady is able to handle a better pass there. Sets it up to Zach. Zach, nice swing in the middle and not able to get the handle on it. Kings able to get the first lead since the first set. High serve, easily handled. Goes to the middle, and that one doesn't look like it touched the block at all, but it goes down anyway. A little bit of momentum building here. Wonky float. Keeps going, handled. Tipped off the block to Lincoln. Lincoln is able to keep it going and ball over. Up. It looks like he was underneath the net there. I think both those refs are ready to call something, whether that was a double under the nets or possibly even an overball. Jump server for Edgewood. Back to serve. Goes right to Owen. Owen not able to really handle it. Drew is able to run it down, but it has to be free balled over. And a single hand set by Edgewood for the middle. Goes off the block, but Kings are not able to handle it. A little showy by Edgewood, but if it works, it works. Grady, good pass. Sets to Zach. Zach sends a deep going over. Zach goes again and gets the kill. Zach also partially saved, as I saw that he was definitely under the net there. On the landing, at least. Couple substitutions here. Zach Hoying is coming out for Colby Goldstein. And looks like Travis Dowd comes in for Grady. Double blocks up there. They're able to get the block touch. They're able to keep the block on the side, but Braden is not able to pass the ball, expecting someone else to be there for him. Possibly Travis. But it's definitely hard to get back into that game after being off the court for 2 sets. Shank ball by Lincoln. Didn't get quite in front of it there to keep it on his side and kind of just lets it go behind him. Low serve again. Lincoln this time passing it, but goes over the net. Drew went up to block, wasn't allowed to. Good thing he didn't touch it. Owen gets a great block touch and setter's out. He has to stay down, and he didn't. And he's going to be over the ball. That is going to be overpass or a back row attack on Kings since Lincoln's foot was over the 10-foot line. He was told, Owen was told and being screamed at, but didn't listen. Good pass by Lincoln. Goes to Travis. First swing of the day. Great swing. Isn't fully able to handle, but Edgewood is keeping it alive. Barely keeps it alive. Goes back to Travis. Travis, great swing again, but just out of bounds. Wide. That's a good start in for Travis. Sometimes you see players that'll just come in and be cold or be timid. Looks like Travis isn't. Overpassed by Lincoln. Goes to that middle. They force it to that middle. Setter's on his knees there. Still is running that 0 tempo to that middle. They just want to feed that guy. Don't blame him. Feed the beast. He's hungry. Keep it going. Jump serve now. Into the middle of the net. Little break point from Kings. And Jack Hurst is in to serve for Braden Bennett now. And newcomer, Cooper Wynn now on the court for the first time of the night. Deep serve, but too deep there for Jack Hurst, and it sails out by about 5 feet. Yeah, to me, it looks like Kings needs to take control of their own destinies here. They're just kind of letting things happen. Just hoping for the best result rather than making it happen themselves. Deep serve, and through the hands of Lincoln, ace serve. Second serve, 20, this time a little shorter. Lincoln's able to handle that up, but it's not a good pass. And Travis has to free ball it over. And lucky break for Kings as the libero was way too deep, and the front row was just waiting for someone else to pass it. Owen Harrison back to serve now. Float right into the middle of the court. Good push and good block there by Cooper Wynn. Cooper Wynn is up there to try to tip it over, but misses the tip, and Travis is not able to help him out. It's a good block touch, but either got to be aggressive, get that over, or just reset. Get a swing in there. Short ball to Colby Goldstein, and it's nobody's there for the second ball. Ceiling hit by Drew. Drew goes to the swing, just pops it straight up rather than over. Probably should have stayed on his feet there. First contact for sure. Colby Goldstein, decent pass, goes to Owen. Cooper Wynn, first swing. Kind of a tip that went through there, but it throws Edgewood enough off to get the point, get the kill. Got the original outsides coming back in. Grady McEvely and Zach Hoying. Grady back to serve. Right into the middle of the court again. This time not handled by Edgewood. And shanked by number 20, their big hitter. Edgewood is doing looks like they're using their libero to take out an outside rather than the middle. Different option there, but it works, it works. Liberos don't have to go in for the middles. They can go in for anybody. Free ball over for Kings. Good pass. Goes to Cooper Wynn. Cooper a little falling when he hits, but same thing. Tips it over. Lincoln keeps it alive. Goes to Drew. Drew goes deep left corner, but out by just a foot. Missing that corner just barely. Some good movement there by Kings. Float serve to Lincoln. Lincoln, a little low of a set, but goes to Drew. Drew gets it over. Good block by Kings, but it's kept alive by Edgewood. And Cooper just has to throw it over. And that is definitely going to be a lift there by throwing it by the setter. Setter's trying to save it there from going over, but instead throws it back on his side. And a throw is a throw. Except on some attacks. Honestly, some attacks are definitely hitters just hard tipping it straight down. Link to serve. Goes outside. A little bit of a roll shot. Cooper's up there to block. Surprised by it. Edgewood surprised, but keeps it alive. Lincoln, good dig, keeps it alive. Owen. And they get called a double there by Owen. That's a tough break there. Good dig. Good block by Cooper. Or that might have been Braden, excuse me. Lincoln ace a second time off the side. Seems a little flustered there. A lot going on. Edgewood serving 15, serving 8. Goes off the tape. Drew takes takes it, keeps it alive. Zach tips it over, goes to the middle, and lift called by Kings. Timeout called by Kings as well. Block is a little bit far off the net, and it just goes into that.
Want a free t-shirt? Hit like and subscribe to our channel right now for your chance to win. We're giving away t-shirts to random subscribers. Don't miss out. Subscribe now and you could be our next winner.
You have 2 centers. 16 serving 8. Tries to keep it alive. Tipped alive by Owen. Braden tips it over. Touch block. Brady is able to get the ball up. Lincoln runs it down. Braden free balls it. Oh, too much over. Good hustle. Matt McLaughlin excited about that point. I concur with him. Just unlucky a little bit hitting with that hands there. It looks like he hit it with his fist and it just flies out. Good pass by Drew to Owen. Low ball, but Braden there, but gets blocked by the big number 20 of Edgewood. $18 serving 8. Drew can't handle the serve and doesn't get it high enough for Owen to be able to follow it down. Lincoln kind of jumping when he passes that ball, but it falls alive, and Owen trying to be cute, maybe? Doesn't really keep it in and just rolls it down. Good pass by Lincoln's in the middle. Goes to Zach Hoying. Zach just out. That's not a bad swing whatsoever. Just a little flat there. Get some topspin on that or takes it down a little bit. He gets that in. That is a great kill. Edgewood now subbing in 17 out, or 4 in for 17. Deep ball out. Helped by the bench. Lincoln lets it go. You got to go in now. Colby going in for, looks like, Grady. Ref called him in, so he has to go in now. Can't second guess yourself on the serves. True to serve. Goes to the outside. Kept alive by Drew. Put up by Lincoln. And there is no communication by Colby and Zach as they both fight for that ball. And immediately Colby is taken out by Grady's counterpart. Not sure what the confusion is here. And Grady's back in. Still not sure what the confusion is here. King serving 22-9, jump server. Rolls it. Taken by Owen, great pass. A little wide there, set by Drew, but keeps it going. And the connection finally wears off for once. Setter could not find their big hitter 20, sets him over high on the 32. He's run an earlier one on that, and it was also a little wonk. A little high, a little touch on there. Seems to be the middle ball, single one ball is their bread and butter. Setter goes in for the dump. Very aggressive there on that. A little selfish there on that setter, too. I mean, it's such are hitters. Got 2 points left for the set, for the match. Great pass by Grady. Goes back to Owen. Owen keeps alive, goes to the 32, and they connect on this one now. That one looks a lot cleaner now. Probably helped a little bit more that they were insistent on that one versus the other one where he might have been a little bit off the net there. But match point for Edgewood. Looks like jump server is going to come out, and he rips it into the net. Juice boxes for Edgewood there. Definite some juice boxes. And Jack Hurst now to attempt to save the game at 11 serving 24. Great float serve. Handled very well, though. Goes to the outside. 11 tries to bang it to the 1 foot line. Instead, hits it straight into that net. Looks like he's trying to show ball there, but we'll see what they do in the second point. Second match point. Back sets the middle. Middle has to free ball it over. Jack takes that. Oh, a little bit of miscommunication, but it stays alive to Cooper. Cooper. Nope, he's not going to get that touch off the block. Cooper just tips it out of bounds. Tough loss by Kings, losing 25-12 there in the third set. However, compared to their last game, much improved. Much improved by their swing, much improved by their hitting. Looking forward to seeing their next game. Thank you for having us.